Hello and welcome to Outside In. My name is Steven. Today we're going to be looking at another air duster. Lucky from Roedix contacted me and told me they had a new improved air blower, the Roedix R9, and asked me if I would like to do a review. They had no fear of me comparing this with another blower, so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. Okay, now this is the Roedix. It has a rating of 54 meters per second, 3-phase high-speed brushless motor, which is pretty awesome. Will it pack a punch? What I'm going to be comparing it to is the Meco Eleverde. I really like this because it's my favorite color, green. I love the green. Now this one also does a meters per second. On low, 20 meters per second. On medium, 22. On powerful, 25. This one here was sent to me free. We're going to do some extensive testing. And we are going to find out. We're going to find out just how powerful this little thing is. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. And let's unbox these and get started. And that would be camera 2. Okay, here we go. This is the Roedix R9. I had the blowers out already, charging them up, getting ready for this video, so they'd be fully charged. It comes with a USB-C power cord, a kind of a little manual just to give you some heads up on how to operate it, which is pretty straightforward. Not much to just the power button and power selector. This is the blower right here. So let's get the box out of the way. Now I put, if you can see this, I've never seen this before, which is pretty cool. Now these markings, I put these on here because all the blowers that I've tested, you press the button once for low, press it again for medium, press it again for high. This here is a variable switch. You can do a little or as much as you want. It just goes, it slides up and down. That slider could actually be pretty cool because you can dial in as little or as much as you want. I'm going to be doing a test on both of these, the Roedix R9 and the Meco Eleverde, and I'm going to be testing how long they will run. This one here states that it will run for 180 minutes. We are going to be comparing it with the Meco Eleverde. The manual comes in English, Dutch, French, Italian, and Spanish. And it comes with an extra filter. And I do believe it does. It have one already inside. So you have 2 of them. Comes with a bag, a really nice bag. And these are the accessories that come with it. Comes with a USB-C power cord for charging. It comes with all of these attachments. This is a blower attachment, and I believe it goes in like this and then attaches to the Meco Eleverde. This is also for blowing, I believe, a little brush like you get with most of these air duster / vacuums. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this and this down here for getting our readings. The vacuum nozzle plugs into the vacuum canister. Now, something that's also pretty interesting about the Meco Eleverde is that you can turn this 180 degrees, and they recommend that you remove the vacuum canister, then you attach the air nozzle. The first thing that we're going to be testing is the Roedix. What we're going to do is set this on miles per hour so I can use my spreadsheet. And I have it set on maximum. I'm going to try to use these marks I made on here for low, medium, and high and get different readings. Now the way you turn this on is there's a power button right here that you have to hold for a second. And then all the dots light up. Once you've turned this on, and you also can hold it for a second to turn it back off, hold it for a second to turn it on, and then you start sliding this lever here, variable control. Okay, so we're going to move it to the first bar there, so that'll be low. It reached 47 mile per hour. Okay, so on low, it is showing 21 meters per second. Let's turn this up to medium. So 87. So that'd be 38 meters per second on medium. Let's see what this will do on high. Okay. I'm pretty sure you saw that was 112 mile per hour, which comes out to 50 meters per second. All right, Roedix, it looks like you did it again. It's not showing the 54, but it's doing 50. Let's just put this on meters per second and see what it'll show at high. How high I can get this. Okay, well, you saw that. Now it could be this only registers up to 100 mile per hour, and I was pushing it to 112. I think it was 112, and it probably could have went a little bit higher, but I think it was choking. So I'm going to end up probably tearing this up, and I'll have to buy another one. But actually on the millisecond setting, it showed 55 meters per second. Oh my goodness. All right, so then let's say that that exceeds the rating of the 54 meters per second. So what would that be in mile per hour? Actually, that is about 124 mile per hour, which this definitely will not go up that high. I don't think so. You know what? Let's just see. Let's see if I can get, I've probably already messed it up anyway. Let's try this again on here. Oh my goodness. I think if I would have held it there, I would have made it. But yeah, you saw that. It was like 121 mile per hour. Oh, I'm going to tear this thing up if I keep pushing it like that. All right, but at least we know that yes, it does what their rating is. That's why I'm afraid I'm going to tear it up if I keep pushing this. So that's pretty awesome. I do want to test the Pascal rating of this because that's what I'm going to compare to the Meco Eleverde is the Pascal rating. And also I want to test the decibel level. So let me turn on my meter here so I don't forget to do that. Now the Roedix, I can't find any information on decibels. So I don't believe they have any decibel rating. But we're going to see what that is. All right, so we're going to test Pascals. Now I am using this little funnel so I can get a good seal because I wanted to be fair because the Meco Eleverde is going to have a better seal than this is. They don't give you any adapters that make this hole smaller. So let's set the maximum and let's put this on low. That's 1.8 kilopascals. So that would be 1800 pascals on low. Okay, so we'll set this on. I'm just guessing where medium and low is on this because it's a slide scale, not an actual indent scale. $5,200 pascals on medium, and then we will just push this all the way up to high and see what it does. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, 6,800 on high. So, not bad for this little guy. Before I forget, I want to test the decibel level of this. Like I said, it does not claim to have a decibel level, but we're just going to see what the level is, and I will be quiet and try to keep the wind from blowing into that mic. I'm going to try to put this on low first. So 75, we'll say 75 decibels on low. Now let's move it up to medium. Okay, so 80, let's say 82 on medium. And now we'll just push it up to high. Okay, we'll say 88. And then we'll come back and review the spreadsheet later. All right, so I believe that is it for that. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, let it charge, because what we need to do at the end is to run both of these and let's see if they last as long as they say they will. Okay, so now let's look at the Meco Eleverde. It does not have a decibel rating for low, medium, or high. It just says it's less than 83 decibels. So I'm going to assume that even on the highest setting that it'll be less than 83 decibels. So we're going to find out. This is the power button, and let's try it on level 1. So that looked like 81. We'll say 81 on level 1. 84, let's say 84 decibels on level 2. You just press and hold the power button for 2 seconds to power it on, and it'll start up in level 1. And then press the button for level 2, press the button again for level 3. So let's try level 3 now. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 84. Well, it got 84.8, so we can call it 85. It was a little bit louder, but only 1 decibel. The only way that it's less than 83 is on level 1. Level 2 and level 3 are above 83 decibels, but still not bad. And if you saw, I just had this charged up, and we've already went down 1 bar with that little bit of running. So that's not looking very promising for the runtime test, but we're gonna find out. Let's bring in the manometer so we can get a Pascal reading for this. Okay, we're on kilopascals, so let's see what this does on level 1. Let's set this to maximum. 7,300 on level 1. Well, it's already blown the Roedix R9 out of the water, but that's to be expected. This is a big boy. Okay, now they claim 8,000 on low, but it did 7,300. All right, let's see what it does on level 2. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. 8,400 on level 2. Okay, and let's see what he does on level 3. 3, 2, 1. $11,900 on level 3. Set it to mile per hour. Okay, and then let's try this on level 1. So 71 on that one. All right, let's try level 2. So that's 92. Now let's try level 3. So that was 103. Okay, now we need to do the runtime test with these two. This one states 180 minutes. So that's 3 hours. So it's going to be interesting to see how long this will run. Now I would assume 3 hours would be on the slowest you could possibly get this to run. I'm going to test these the way I do all these blowers. This one on the medium, this one on the medium setting. This one claims 30 minutes. And that's it. It doesn't say low, medium, or high. But I'm just going to test it on medium and see how long it will last. There were comments that said that this here, you better be prepared to charge it a lot because the battery runs out all the time. So we're going to find out if that's true. So I've got these little clocks set up here, these timers. So once I get these started, I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to let these run until they just turn off. So let's get this one started on the medium level. So hold the power button for a second to power it on, and then move the lever up to the middle. Set this on level 2. going to charge these up and see how long it takes for them to charge. And then I will get a milliamp hour reading once they're fully charged. This one's supposed to be 5,000 milliamp hour. The Meco Eleverde is supposed to take 2 hours to charge. And to me, that's pretty sad that it only runs for 13 minutes on level 2 and you'd have to charge it for 2 hours. But we're going to find out if it takes 2 hours to get it charged. This one here is supposed to take 3 to 3.5 hours to charge. So we're going to let it charge up and see how long it takes for each one of these to charge. Okay, all right. Well, I want to try one more thing. Since these didn't last anywhere near what they said they would, I want to run the Meco Eleverde on low and run this Roedix R9 also on low and see how long they will last, just in case anybody's curious, because I know I am. So let's get this started. Okay, so here we are. On the noise level, the Meco Eleverde states on their description that it would be less than 83 decibels. On level 1, 81, level 2, 84, and level 3, 85, which still is very good because the Aobaco was 88, the Roedix R7 was 83, Parabuno was 76.5, the Roedix R9, level 1 was 75, level 2, 82, and level 3 was 88 decibels, which still is very acceptable. So that really, neither one of these have been very loud. When I did a runtime test on a full charge was on the Meco Eleverde on level 1 only 24 minutes, on level 2 13, so I'm assuming level 3 would be less than probably 10 minutes runtime. So that's got to be why people in the comments are saying be ready to charge this regularly during use. We'll move on to the charge times. You're probably already seeing some of it, but the Roedix R9 says 180 minutes, 17.5 minutes on level 2, okay, which still is quite low because Parabuno was 24 minutes, almost 25, Aobaco was almost 28 minutes, and the Roedix R7 was 22 on level 2. The Roedix R9 actually did not do as good as the Roedix R7. The level 1, I barely pushed it up, and there wasn't much wind at all coming out of it, but it ran 106 minutes. Thing is though, what use is it going to be really? Because it's not going to blow anything. I mean, charge time capacity, I did the 2 amp charge, which I used my fast chargers. They claim 2 hours of charge for the Meco Eleverde. 2 amp charge took 2 hours 57 minutes. Almost 2 hours 58 minutes. Right at 3 hours to charge this thing at 2 amps. The Roedix R9 claims 3 to 3.5 hours. It took 2.5 hours, just over, to charge the Roedix R9 on 2 amp charge. It claims 5,000 milliamp hour on the Roedix. The Meco Eleverde claims 7,500 milliamp hour. After 2 amp charge, 5,870 milliamp hour is all I could get out of it. The Roedix, all I could get out of that was 2,949 milliamp hour on a full charge at 2 amps. That is a 59% efficiency. Not good. The Meco Eleverde, 78% efficiency. That still, in my opinion, is not good. Really is not good. Now, I added something else that you can see right here. I did another test. I used 1 amp chargers to make sure I was only going to get 1 amp. It took the Meco Eleverde 5 hours and 7 minutes to charge. The Roedix on a 1 amp charge took 3 hours 51 minutes. Okay, and it claims 5,000. It did 4289, which is way better than the 2 amp charge. So what I've been saying all along is a great idea. Charge at 1 amp. You're going to get the best efficiency. Well, it went from 59% efficiency up to 86 on the Roedix R9. That is awesome. And 86% efficiency, it's not the best, but that is pretty awesome. Level 2 is what most people are going to use these on most of the time. Level 2. And that's why I like to test at level 2. 17.5 minutes. And then you have to wait 4 hours. That's if you want to get the best efficiency. If you want to just charge it fast, it's still going to take 2 hours and a half to charge it. But you're going to lose considerable efficiency. The Meco Eleverde charging at 1 amp took 5 hours 7 minutes. 7,500 claimed milliamp hour capacity. It jumped, look at that, 5870 at 2 amps, 5975. It only jumped 150 milliamp hour with a 1 amp charge. What in the world is wrong with this thing? Half the charge current barely went above what double the current was. And it went from 78 efficiency to 80%. In my opinion, that tanked. The Meco Eleverde absolutely tanked as far as runtime and charge. Okay, so let's move down to the Pascal ratings. On the Meco Eleverde, claimed below Pascals. It says 8,000 on level 1, 10,000 on level 2, 12,000 on level 3. It actually did 7,300 on level 1, 8,400 on level 2, 11,900 on level 3. It still did not meet on the highest level the specs that they made for it. Now the only way that I might have been able to get 12,000 is if I fully charged it, and that's immediately the first thing I tested, because after using this for 30 seconds, the power has reduced so greatly that it's hard to get all of these readings without fully charging it up for every single one, which in my opinion makes it a washout. I should not have to do that. The Baco is still the winner. It shot above what they rated it at, nearly 13,000 pascals. So 8,764. It was a little lax on the low level as far as the Meco Eleverde, but the low level is no good. Nobody really uses low level, very rarely. Most people are using right here, level 2. This is where your real numbers are going to be for people. The Parabuno did 4,000 pascals on level 2, which this thing tanked too. It really wasn't that great of a device. But the Baco still is absolutely 100% the winner of all the blowers that I've tested. The Roedix R9 did a phenomenal job as well, just like the R9. 1,800 pascals on level 1, 5,200 on level 2, 6,800 level 3, which actually is pretty good. The Roedix R9 beat the R9 on level 1. It tied on level 2, and it lost on level 3, but only by 100 pascals. The Roedix R9 is a much smaller device you can carry around in your pocket probably, which might be enticing, and it probably would be. I like the R9. I would love it if they would make a green aluminum one. Now, it is very powerful, as you will see here. I did a meter per second test with the Meco Eleverde and also the R9. I realized that I had messed up with the Baco and the Parabuno only because of that little adapter I made with a 3D printer. I think that really hindered the readings. That's why I don't like using anemometers. I just don't. Just not very accurate. My meter only is supposed to go up to 100, so I've really been pushing it over the edge for the last few days doing this video. That smart sensor has been a trooper, I tell you. The Roedix R9 did 50.6 miles per hour on level 1. The Meco Eleverde did 71. The Roedix R9 did 47. So the Roedix R9 again beat the Roedix R9 on level 1. Roedix R9 on level 2, 74.1 mile per hour. Meco Eleverde 92 mile per hour, Roedix R9 87 mile per hour, level 2. So it beat the R7. The Roedix R7 on level 3, 78.8 mile per hour. The Meco Eleverde 110. The Roedix R9 124, which is pretty awesome. Absolutely awesome. That's why I really like the R9. It's just so small and portable, and I really do like the variable switch on it. So that is a big plus for the Roedix R9. Now, meters per second, which is what both of these claim. Roedix R9 claims 54 meters per second. 21 on level 1, 38 on level 2, which was very comparable with the Meco Eleverde, 55.4 meters per second on level 3. Awesome, incredible job that the Roedix R9 did there. Absolutely incredible. Way to go, Roedix, for absolutely beating your score. It was only 1 point, but still, that's the thing. It beat it. It beat the score. The claim on the Meco Eleverde, I'm not exactly sure how to put that, because they way undershot themselves. They should have nearly doubled these numbers almost. But maybe now, if they see this video, they will. But still, I just don't know that the Meco Eleverde, even though it's my favorite color, I don't think I'm really going to be using it that much. Since I do have the Roedix R9, I absolutely will be going to that. But you take it for what it is, because you've seen all the tests that I did. So there it is. That is all the information about these two devices. Let's go to finish this out. Oh, here I am. Okay, so there you have it. The Meco Eleverde claimed 30-minute runtime. It didn't even get that on level 1. I mean, it got a little bit closer, but 13 minutes on level 2. Absolutely, to me, unacceptable. To see that thing run on level 3 I'm going to have to guess, would be maybe 8 or 9 minutes. And then it takes 3 hours to charge it up on fast charging it, and maybe get 9 minutes of use on level 3. No, I don't know. That to me is just not worth it. I don't care if it is my favorite color. The Roedix R9, 106 minutes on, I just pushed that up barely enough to where it would start coming on and blowing some air. So almost 2 hours. I really love the Roedix R9, and thank you so much, Lucky, for sending it to me for review and testing. You've seen it work. You've seen all the numbers. It claims 5,000 milliamp hour. The only way I could even get it close to that was through the 1 amp charge, and it did get close, 42, almost 4,300 milliamp hour. But that's what I recommend with any of these. Use one of those. I bought a number of these on purpose just for doing tests like this. This is a 1 amp charger. This is what you need to use when you're charging a power bank, your blower, your cell phone, your flashlights. If you use one of these cheapy little 1 amp, you're going to get way better efficiency out of your products. Using a fast charger, yeah, it gets your devices charged up pretty quickly, but you're sacrificing incredible capacity by doing that. Even with your electric cars, if you charge them with a lower current, you're going to get much better, not only efficiency, but longevity. When you're trying to force all of that energy into that battery so quickly, packing it in there, you're going to seriously reduce the life as well of that battery, of that device. Just love this Roedix R9. This video was for the Roedix R9, and I really do like this because it's so small. The compactness of this, it is very beefy feeling, very solid feeling. On level 1, it could work very well as a makeshift fan. Actually, it would work very well for a makeshift fan. So you just barely turn it on, and it's just a really nice breeze. So in a pinch, this can be used as a fan. So pretty cool. Roedix, you probably never even thought of that. You could even make an adapter for this. Way to go, Roedix, for meeting your rating for meters per second. This is the Meco Eleverde. I really love the green. I just think it's beautiful. I like the fact that you can turn it 180 degrees, but because the battery life is exactly what I've seen on Amazon reviews, is absolutely true. You're going to have to be charging this pretty much the rest of your life. It's going to spend on your table charging. And for a few moments, you're going to get the pleasure of actually blowing something with it. I don't think that makes it worth $60, and I don't think it makes it worth hardly even paying $30 for it. Beautiful font. Meco Eleverde. Brought to you by Meco Eleverde. Okay, yeah, I like saying the name. I really like the way it looks. It's very solid. The battery sucks. Meco, you need to fix your battery. If you have any ideas for a video that you would like to see, please let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to get a video to you. Even though I'm not recommending the Meco Eleverde, I'm still going to put a link to it because it is pretty. So somebody might want it just because it's pretty. The Roedix R9, I really love this. I really do like this. Do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it. Does do what they say. It is pretty powerful. I really do like the compactness of it. There's a lot of people that's going to like that it's just so small. It's just so small. And I have little hands. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Find someone that needs a reason to go on. Give them that reason. Find someone that needs a hug. Give them a hug. Find someone that needs to laugh. Make them laugh. God bless each and every one of us. And I will see you in the next one.